I definitely give him a chance. I think it's actually a 50-50 fight, but I lean more towards Deontay Wilder. That's all. Yeah, it's definitely a good fight, but I lean more towards the home fighter, basically, American fighter.
And right now, where are you looking at as far as like when's your next fight?
Oh, me, I don't know. I'm out here being a fan right now. Yeah, I'm a spectator. I'm being a fan. I don't know what's going on with me right now. We trying to find out what's the next move and stuff like that. So right now, I'm chilling. I'm watching them.
You saw Josh Taylor is a new addition to Top Rank. Is that someone you would like to fight next now that he's
Well, to be honest, they not gonna fight me next. You know, it's not gonna happen next. Imagine if I was Josh Taylor, I wouldn't fight me next. You know, let him fight somebody and then fight maybe Ramirez, and then maybe we can get the fight. But I want the rematch eventually, but I know, knowing boxing, it's not gonna happen right now. It probably won't even happen no time soon. So I think they're gonna, since he signed with Top Rank, most likely they're gonna try to get the Ramirez fight. And as far as me, I'm still trying to figure out which way I'm gonna go and, see which route I'm gonna go.
Do you feel a little bit left out of that since it was obviously strategic for him to go to Top Rank because of Ramirez? Now they got both of those to unify. Do you feel like a little bit on the outside now?
No, not really. I mean, I can go over there, but like I said, I'm trying to figure out which move I'm gonna make, which is the more strategic move for me to make. Because on the other side, they still got they still got the PBC and they still got like Eddie with Matchroom and stuff like that, and then of course they got the Top Rank. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good move for him, but I don't want to be over there and be in the same predicament Crawford is in, So I wouldn't want to, I definitely wouldn't want to do that. I heard.
Speaking of Eddie, speaking of Eddie, you were at the Mikey Garcia Vargas presser there too. Is that something you might want to look to in your future? Whether Mikey stays at 147 or goes back down to 140? Is he someone you'd like to face?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, to be honest, I think that's a bigger name than both of them put together. Really, Mikey Garcia is a bigger name than Josh Taylor or Jose Ramirez put together. Even if we don't fight for belts or something like that, of course they have the 4 major belts right now. So even if, like I said, even if we fight for one of those don't fight for one of the major belts, I still think it's a bigger fight than any of those fights out. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see, what I'm gonna do next.
How do you see that fight going between Jesse and Mikey?
I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Mikey is, he's shorter, he's stockier. He's stocky, but he's taller. I lean more towards Mikey, but if Jesse wins, I still would like to fight, to the winner.
I heard you on your tweet. I read the tweet where Crawford was inviting. He wants all the smoke, and you said you're willing to go up. How serious were you about that?
I'm serious, definitely serious about it. My main it all depends on what they offer me at 147 or 140. I can do either one, but right now I want my belts back. I definitely want to get my belt and stuff like that back. So if I get the Josh Taylor fight or Ramirez, we'll see. It's just hard to make moves because you never know what's going to happen in boxing. As long as if you can say, oh, I plan this in 2 years or 3 years, and then something happens. People look what happened to Arrow, getting a car wreck, or sometimes people lose their belts and all that type of stuff. Ramirez has a hard fight against Postal coming up. I definitely think he should be able to win that fight, but you never know. And as soon as something like that happens, plans kind of disappear. So
in hindsight, after the Josh Taylor fight, what did you see in him that you weren't expecting that surprised you?
Nothing. To be honest, it was. I think it was a good fight. He actually, he fought me. He came and fought me, and I thought he was gonna box me more. That kind of surprised me, and I didn't think he was gonna be in as much shape. What was a real, basically stupid plan on my part. I sat and I fought him, and because he couldn't hurt me, And don't get me wrong, Josh Taylor, he's big, he's strong, he hits very hard, but he just in the fight, he just never hurt me in the fight, and I kind of let him hit me a lot of times because I thought he was gonna get tired, basically get tired hitting me, which sounds crazy, but I thought in the later rounds he was gonna get tired, he was gonna stop that pace, and he kept up a good pace. So I think that kind of surprised me more.
Do you think there was any influence of the fight being in his side of the pond? Do you think it would have been different should you fought him here in the U.S.?
I don't want to say that and make an excuse. Maybe, maybe not. I can't really say nothing. Like I know it was a close fight. Some people had me 7-5. Some people had him 7-5. It was a real close fight. The only thing I didn't agree. Well, I didn't agree with two things about the judges' scorecards. One of them had him win the 12th round. I clearly won the 12th round, and if that judge would have had it right, it would have been a draw. And then one judge had him winning by a very, very wide margin. So even the referee was like, what the hell is going on? But you can't cry over spilled milk. It's gone now. It's over. I look forward now.
I gotta ask you this because last year it was basically highlighted with a lot of undefeated fighters losing their own. In this case, you, Swift Hurd, Mikey Garcia, Anthony Joshua. What's one of the biggest things that you've been learning throughout this process as far as taking your first loss?
You know what? I mean, I think people get like things twisted now. Like they feel like when you lose, you kind of done or something like that. Now in boxing, I don't know why it's like that in boxing, but for me, it's just a learning lesson. It made me just way hungrier. And to be honest, when I went over there, I wasn't comfortable being is just over there for so long. And I had 3-part camp. I started here, then I went to Houston, then I went to London. But on top of that, it was just like I just felt like I was just like too relaxed. I was just real relaxed over there. It just wasn't maybe the atmosphere or whatever like that. But I was still ready, but I was just very relaxed.
You've been fighting on Dazn. What are your thoughts on them bringing in, more entertainment aspect of it, like YouTuber versus YouTuber, and introducing them into an undercard? What is your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, the first fight was cool. I went to the one here, right there, Staples, right? Yeah, I went to that one, and I mean, it was cool. It was packed. The only thing I didn't like about that, they had, I remember like Devin Haney was fighting, and then you had all these YouTubers coming in, and nobody was really paying attention to his fight. Everybody was just kind of watching who was walking down, and they wasn't really paying attention to real boxing. But the other one, I think, the next one, I think is a clown show, to be honest. To keep doing it over and over and over. Now, if it sells, the good thing about it potentially could be if those people, the YouTube people and all that stuff, if they start pay attention to boxing and start focusing on boxing, then that's a good thing. But I just think don't do it so much. Have like that. Like I said, the last one was a main event, and you had like real fighters fighting on the undercard. Real good fighters and stuff like that. So to keep doing it, I think it might be a clown show.
You don't think it's actually bringing the casual fans in?
Maybe the last one. I don't know. We'll see. You got to look at the numbers and stuff like that. But would they? I think those YouTubers only pay attention to the YouTube fight. They probably like with the Logan Paul and the KSI, they paid attention to that, and then after that, I don't think they'll watch boxing again. It's only because the fights, like I said, when Devin Haney was fighting, it was a long fight. It wasn't like a knockout or nothing like that. And most people was paying attention to all the other people that was walking down and stuff like that. They wasn't even paying attention to the fight. So. I don't know. I think it's a different crowd, and if you want to, if you want to do that and get more eyes on it, you gotta have different fights, like exciting, very, very exciting fights. People just knocking people out and just real exciting fights and stuff like that. Like something like this. This is a very exciting fight. If you want to do a YouTube fight, do it on the undercard or something like this. On the undercard, definitely not the main event.
Predictions for Ramirez and Postal.
I got Ramirez. Winning. It all depends on what Postal has left. Postal's older. He had a lot of tough fights and stuff like that. Every time you fight in a hard fight, it takes a little bit out you. So, but I got Ramirez. I definitely got Ramirez winning that fight.
You talk about being here as a fan. Besides this fight, is there any other fight that you are planning to go to in the next couple of weeks as a fan? I won't say I plan. I just kind of I'm off the jump. I just do whatever. Somebody told me that they come, and that's all. It's just like spur of the moment type of thing. What I do.
If you had the investment to invest in one boxer between Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, who will you try to invest? That's the guy right there that's going to be in the future taking over the sport.
Never know, man. It's you never know. Things happen. All kinds of things happen. You never know. You said all those, Teofimo, Devin Haney, Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm cool with Shakur, so I like Shakur. I think Shakur. I think he has probably the most potential because he's the smallest, so he can grow up in weight, and he's very good. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he is the youngest, right? Maybe either him or Ryan Garcia.
Who's their youngest?
Shakur or Devin Haney. Devin Haney's like 20, 21, something like that, right? I don't know, but if I had it, it'll be probably Shakur Stevenson.
You don't give a shot to Teofimo Lopez beating Lomachenko?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely give him a shot, but do I think he's gonna beat him? I don't think so. I think it's like a 60-40 fight. It's a good fight. It's definitely a good fight. He's definitely a live dog in the fight, but I roll more with like Lomachenko, you know. But like I said, man, Teofimo, he has the power, he has the speed, agility to, you know, if what's the dude that dropped him? That dropped Loma. Linares dropped him. Now, if Teofimo lands that same shot, what's gonna happen? You know, we never know. But it should be a good fight. I can't wait to see that too.